Howdy there folks, today we're going to go over the Hammerli Arms Force B1 22LR rifle, and I love this rifle. It's very interesting, it's very unique, but it's a ton of fun to shoot at the range, and we're going to shoot it in this video later on, so stay tuned for that. But first, let's go over the fit, feel, and function, some of the specifications of this rifle. At the rear, we have about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch thick recoil pad, very stiff rubber, but that doesn't really matter because it's a 22LR. It doesn't really have that much recoil. Features a flush cup on the bottom down here so you can attach your QD sling. I love that. Nice, pretty thick, heavy duty, doesn't sound too hollow. Polymer stock on this. Rubberized pad for your cheek right here to rest on, not bad. Nice comb on this, kind of almost like a target rifle stock. Relatively flat, but it has a little bit of slope at the bottom here. Really like that design for accuracy. Nice, almost vertical grip here, some knurling and texturing on it so you can grip it even when your hands are wet. And one of the coolest things about the stock is it has a hidden adjustable length of pull. You just push in on that button right there and you can adjust this length of pull way out, I guess if you're like a giant, and then you can push that in and adjust it way in. So fits a whole variety of different size of shooters. Then coming forward, you have a plastic trigger guard and bottom metal. I'd like to see that be metal, but it is what it is. I haven't had any problems with it. Has a metal receiver on it. It has an integral Picatinny scope base built into it. Love that. And this is bolt action. This isn't semi-auto, folks. And it's kind of like those Olympic rifles, like the air guns, because Hammerli, I believe, makes the Olympic air guns, right, for tons of Olympians. So this is like designed like that, but it's a 22. And actually, Walter, I believe, owns Hammerli, or maybe one company owns both, but Walter and Hammerli are now the same company, essentially. Anyways, it's really easy to operate, though, and you can operate it super, super fast, but it is considered a bolt action. It does take modified Ruger magazines, which is very interesting. It has the magazine release, and it's an ambi one right in front of the trigger guard. You can just push on that, it works fantastic. As you can see here, it's a Ruger 1022 magazine, but it has like an extension that you put on it to make it fit. So you can use other Ruger magazines as long as you have that extension, obviously. In and out pretty easily, not hard. Let me try that one more time. Yeah, not too bad. It does stick a little bit, I guess, depending on the angle you go in at, but overall, a pretty good magazine system. Coming forward, you have a free-floated barrel, and we're not finished, folks. It's a takedown rifle. Yeah, it's a takedown rifle. Now, I know some of you can be like, well, that's not a true takedown rifle because the stock is still one piece and you just take the barrel. Whatever, okay? It has this collar. You simply push down on that and pull out the barrel, folks. Look at how cool is that? And it's threaded 5/8 by 24. I was running a Omega 300 processor on this, which is kind of nuts, but it's just what I had. So I got this massive muzzle brake and a huge suppressor on a 22, which makes it super quiet, by the way. But you take that barrel, put it down in there, and you just twist it basically until you find the right spot. There it goes. And it locks right in place. That collar comes forward. You just want to make sure it's fully purchased. And this rifle can be extremely accurate. Now, I just had a new Olight O sight on here, which is really cool. This is actually a recharging cover. So not only does it act as the optic cover, but it actually charges it wirelessly, or you can plug the USB-C cord in the back here to charge the charger, basically. But this thing is awesome. It has shake awake and auto on and auto off. I love this sight. I know Olight gets a bad rap, but this thing has been awesome. And for speed shooting, just feels fantastic. Just a great little rifle here. And it's very lightweight, coming in at 5.75 pounds. It has an overall length of 3.75 inches or 35.5 inches, depending on if you have the stock length of pull adjusted out or in. And you can get this with a bunch of different stocks now. You can get it with a walnut stock and a whole bunch of other just different colors and stuff. Just something to note. We're gonna go ahead and talk about that trigger now. The trigger has a little center blade. It does have quite a bit of creep or play at the start, and it is a bit heavy, okay? Let's go ahead and see where it's at. Yeah, 5.25 pounds. 5.25 pounds. It is a heavy trigger. I would like to see a lighter trigger on this, okay? And a trigger with a little bit less creep and over travel. That's probably the only complaint I have, is that the trigger's pretty heavy. But if you want this as a truck gun or a backpack gun, that's okay. It's not a huge deal. And these things are capable, like I said, because they're made by Walter Hammerli, which is known for extremely accurate air guns. These can be extremely accurate. I've seen videos of these shooting sub MOA at 100 yards. I didn't test it out there yet. I just had fun shooting steel with this so far. We'll probably do another video where we test this for like strictly accuracy. I was just shooting steel at like 25 and 50 yards, and they were just CCI standard velocity 22 LR rounds. Tons of fun with this rifle. Absolutely love it. A joy to shoot, and I highly recommend it. Was sent to me for review. Got a massive 30 cal Omega 300 suppressor on there, running a brand new Olight O-Sight red dot. Really cool. Charging module goes on top and works as a cover, auto on and auto off, or I should say shake awake. We're not shooting for accuracy. This red dot's is barely sighted in today, and we're just using CCI standard velocities. I will give you some velocities out of this though. We might try to shoot some steel at 200 if we can. Really like this. Is it's actually a takedown rifle. Center red circle of the right target. This one MOA red dot, you pretty much can't. So cool about this Hammerli, Walter Hammerli rifles, has flush cups built into it, synthetic stock, rubberized cheek rest, rubberized recoil pad. But what's really cool is it got a button right here. You can adjust the length of pull. It's a takedown rifle. You push in this collar right here and the barrel comes out. So you can break it down, push the collar back in, turn the barrel until it seats. Collar locks up. Obviously we got the Omega 300. What's cool about this, we got a QD attachment here, built-in muzzle brake. Simply turn that on until it's tight, turn the locking collar, and you're good to go. All right, let's give this another shot. Upper right square here. Actually, for a red dot, that's one MOA and me shooting rather quickly and flinching a lot. It's actually pretty dang good at 50 yards. All right, Walter Hammerli 22 200 yard steel. This is a red dot. This is the Olight O-Sight, brand new red dot they came out with. It's gonna be gas and holdover, sighting for 50 yards, and it's a rough sight. And we're gonna use CCI standard velocity here. This is just for fun, folks. We're gonna aim. Actually, that was just off the right, it looked like. A little high there. High there. Hit. 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 I'm actually aiming just above the berm. That was a hit. I'll tell you what, that's a lot of fun. Thanks for watching Bullets for Bucks. Check out this next video and subscribe.